Good morning, Kansas. My name is Christian Croft.
And I'm Haley Hatchin.
Today is your first day waking up to your new territory. Recently, the Kansas-Nebraska Act has been passed to divide the rest of the $15 million Louisiana Purchase. We have a live interview with Madison Maxwell covering this interesting story. She will be interviewing Stephen Douglas. Madison.
I'm Madison Maxwell, reporting with Congressman Stephen Douglas, who is going to give his opinion on the Kansas-Nebraska Act.
We needed a railroad going to the Pacific Ocean starting in Chicago. We needed to organize remaining land of the Louisiana Purchase into federal territory. The Missouri Compromise would allow this and make the territory a free territory and eventually a free state. Many Southerners were not supportive of my plans because they wanted the railroad to start in New Orleans, go across Texas and New Mexico, and eventually end up in Southern California. So I went to important senators to get them to agree with my plan. They said they would agree with me if the new territory west of Missouri was open to slavery. I then introduced them to my Kansas-Nebraska Act.
Thank you, Stephen.
That is very interesting. We'll now go to Harry Kushner for more information on this interesting topic.
Thank you, Haley. Now, the Kansas-Nebraska Act would divide the Louisiana Purchase into two separate areas, Kansas and Nebraska. It would eliminate the Missouri Compromise restriction on slavery north of the 36-degree latitude line. Many anti-slavery Northerners thought that this was going to be bad because it would be up to popular sovereignty to decide whether these new territories were going to be free or slavery. Many of them believed that, quote, that it was going to turn into a, quote, a dreary region inhabited by masters and slaves. Many of the Northerners began to protest and protest meetings. There's a few outside now. And then this was signed in, the Kansas-Nebraska Act was signed into law yesterday, May 30th, 1854.
That's interesting, Harry. Let's take a live look at these people.
Slavery is bad! Slavery is bad! Slavery is bad! Slavery is bad!
Go.
Thank you, Harry. And now we have your local weather. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Now we have your local weather.
Slavery is bad!
Thank you, Harry. And now we have your local weather. It's 72 to the... Thank you, Harry. And now we have your local weather.
No one can read that, Chris.
Thank you, Harry. And now we have your local weather.
You nailed the table.
Into federal territory. Missouri Compromise will allow this and make the territory a free territory and eventually a free state. Many Southerners are not supportive of my plans because they want the railroad starting in New Orleans, across Texas and New Mexico, and eventually to Southern California. So I went to
the Southern California.
Get them
You
to
sound like
agree with
Australia.
my plan. They said they would agree with me.
Kind of, in one
The
sense, I mean,
west
yes.
of Missouri was open to slavery. I then introduced them to my Kansas-Nebraska Act.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Haley. Now, the Nebraska and Kansas Act will divide... What? Oh, it's Kansas and Nebraska. As you can see, many of the Northerners are outside...